around in a Christmas sweater. I mean, come on, get real. You're not even scary. You're not even scary. And let's talk about the butterflies.
What's your favorite scare?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
Halloween. You know, the one with the guy in the white mask who walks around and stalks babysitters.
Excuse me now! It's your refrigerator running! It is! Well, you better catch it before it runs away!
It's showtime.
Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Brianna, aka Pop Culture Nerd, and this is gonna be my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to find a cool way to, you know, hang out with everybody and talk about movies, music, TV shows, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. So, you know, it's Friday the 13th, and I figured what better way to start off my channel than to talk about Mr. Voorhees himself, you know? We're going to be talking about Friday the 13th theories. So grab your snacks and let's get into this. The first theory I'm going to talk about is the fact that Jason was actually the killer in the first Friday the 13th. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Jason's mother, Mrs. Voorhees, was the original killer. Jason didn't show up until the sequel.
How else would it make sense that he's alive? The whole time Mrs. Voorhees thought he was dead, right? But no, he's actually alive at the end, we find out. And, you know, it's really kind of interesting how we never see the face of the killer. You really just see, like, all these vicious killings. And Mrs. Voorhees couldn't have done that, okay? Let's face it. So it had to have been Jason. And it only makes sense why he pops out at the end. So she just reveals herself at the end, but that's only because she's a part of it. But she is not doing the killing, it's Jason. This next one talks about the fact that how every sequel after A New Beginning is all in Tommy Jarvis's imagination. Okay, so of course he was attacked and he got to know Jason, but he was also put away. You know, he was in psychiatric facilities and he was in halfway homes. So everything after that was just a way for him to cope. You know, he would write stories, and basically everything after Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, is just his stories about Jason, and that's pretty much all it is. And one thing to back that up is, you know, how ridiculous is it that he brought Jason back to life with lightning? I mean, come on.
No, lay down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake up, pray the Lord my soul to take. No, don't sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake up, pray the Lord my soul to take.
This one I found kind of interesting. Basically, it talks about how Jason and his mom wanted to protect kids, not harm them. That's why everybody that they go after are either teenagers or adults, and they're either bad people or they got in their ways. I mean, they've had opportunities to kill kids. Jason has had opportunities to kill kids, and he never does. Could it be just because he's trying to protect them? This one kind of ties Jason into the Evil Dead world, and basically says that Jason is a Deadite. And, you know, that's basically like the zombies that are in Evil Dead. It only makes sense. I mean, the guy drowned and he's still alive. he goes on killing and gets hurt, you know, by people who are trying to fight back. And the guy's still alive, you know. I mean, he's had so many things happen to him, yet he's still alive. It only makes sense that he is a spirit that comes back into his vessel to kill. And it kind of makes sense because Jason does go into the Evil Dead world with Ash in the comic book, Friday versus Jason versus Ash. So this one I feel could be possible. Okay, so first of all, with Roy Burns being a Jason imposter, it is very likely that Tommy could have resurrected Roy Burns rather than Jason. And you know, obviously Roy Burns has something wrong with him if he's going around acting like Jason and wanting him to fill those shoes. So, you know, it makes sense. He would go on rampage just like Jason, and of course he would have something against Tommy just like Jason. So
Steve should never have opened this place again. There's been too much trouble here. Did you know that a young boy drowned the year before those two others were killed? The counselors weren't paying any attention.
This one's kind of just fact, okay? So you have a mom and a son that love each other apparently very much, that they go on killing sprees for each other, right? Jason could have saved a lot of people if he would have just reunited with his mom and told his mom, I'm fine, I'm alive, I'm good, you know? But he never did that. And apparently he loves his mother, right? He could have saved a lot of lives if he would have just reunited with his mom. Obviously, he doesn't like her that much if he stayed away from her for that long. How could a psycho killer be a feminist? But first off, obviously he has a lot of affection for his mother, right? He cares for his mom, he'd kill for his mom, he avenges her. And second of all, he doesn't discriminate. Whether you're a guy or a girl, he's gonna kill you. And if you look at it, he does do harm to creepy guys, first and foremost. That's the one thing that he will do. He's gonna take down a creepy guy who's being weird to a girl like that. Okay, you are scum, so he gonna take you out. And also, you know, his biggest rival was Freddy. Freddy is, you know, he's my guy. He's crazy, but he's also a sexist. He treats women like garbage. He attacks them all the time. So, of course, who better to go after him than Jason? You know? And in Freddy vs. Jason, he could have had the opportunity to kill those two characters in the end. But what does he do? He goes and stabs Freddy one last time. So clearly, he's on the women's side. This is another one that I found kind of interesting. It's basically the fact that Sleepaway Camp and Friday the 13th are in the same universe. Okay, and it makes sense, you know. Two weirdos, two crazy psychos killing people, taking the opportunity to kill people in a camp. And the way it goes is that Angela had a sad and crazy life, right? That's how she started to go crazy. And she saw what Jason did on the news. She kind of started to idolize the guy. So she kind of started taking notes and coming up with ways to kill people creatively and just taking that vicious side. Okay, so this one is very interesting to me. If you're a Michael Bay fan, you will really like this one. So obviously, we noticed that Trent from Transformers and the guy from Friday the 13th, the reboot, the jock, are the same guy. They are played by Travis Van Winkle. Okay, and it just goes to show that Michael Bay has worked on both movies, and he has the same actor in both of these movies. Michael Bay has actually gone to say that it is the same guy. So I sense that there's maybe a Michael Bay multiverse out there. We should keep our eyes on. Okay, guys, last but not least, so this one is really cool. Basically, it's stating that pretty much Friday the 13th is an episode of Supernatural. Let's start with the fact that Jared Padalecki, who plays Clay in the reboot, also plays Sam Winchester in Supernatural. But more obvious than that, there is a period in time during the show where they separated, right? And it could have been that Sam ended up in Crystal Lake wanting to find this Jason character, right? And the way that the Winchester brothers find cases is by looking at newspapers, right? And if you notice, in the Friday the 13th reboot, he does pick up a newspaper, right? And, you know, he goes along with the story like, yeah, my sister is missing, and I just wanted to find her. That sounds like something that Sam would do. I mean, how many times have they done that? Like, played along, like, oh yeah, I'm a family member. Oh, I'm a friend. I know that guy. Or I'm a cop. I'm just doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that they would do. So it is possible, you know? And it makes sense that Sam's by himself because they separated for a while. You know what I mean? So it is very possible. And I like. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you found these theories as interesting as I did. And, you know, thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked the video, and you know, if you did, push that like button and subscribe, guys. I want to help my page grow and, you know, grow with you guys. It'll be a fun little community of pop culture nerds. So until next time, guys, bye.
And celebrate more.